You're listening to the AfterBuzz TV Network, now the largest new media platform on the web, and your number one source for after-show entertainment.
Very good, Keith. Johnson.
From the AfterBuzz Studios in Los Angeles, California, presented by Maria Menounos and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies. This is AfterBuzz TV's WWE SmackDown After Show. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest news and gossip. And now, another post-game wrap-up show for your favorite TV show. It's AfterBuzz TV's WWE SmackDown After Show.
I've got some bad news.
Bad news.
And this isn't the type of bad news we like hearing him say. We got an injury. We got another firing. We have someone leaving the company. And we got a pay-per-view this Sunday. Oh, by the way, we had SmackDown tonight, too.
That happened?
That happened as well.
Oh, damn.
And we're going to talk about all of that here at AfterBuzz SmackDown this week. Welcome, everybody. I'm Christian Rosenberg, holding down the fort. But, of course, not doing it alone. I got the co-holders of the Predictions Championship. First off, Miss Kaori Takee.
Hi, guys.
And next to her, Mr. Ron Moore.
Yeah, I gotta rub it.
Rub it.
Oh, the belt, not Kaori.
Thank you for clarifying.
Yeah, just make sure people know.
Okay. Well, yeah, we're going to do our predictions later on, and I'm very confident that that title will be staying on the show. I mean, it might move to the other side of the table, but it will definitely stay on the show.
Well, where is it right now?
Well, right now it's between two shoulders. It should just be on one.
Technically, it's on one shoulder.
Yeah, it is.
No, figuratively, it's on two.
I like twisting you.
Yeah, have you? I haven't noticed that. It's only been a year and a half. Well, let's before we get into SmackDown, let's talk about the fact that the firings have continued, and out of the complete blue, Josh Matthews, a guy who's been with the WWE forever, essentially their number 2 play-by-play guy, gone from the WWE, released a couple days ago.
Shocker.
This floored me.
Mm-hmm.
Considering you had gotten so close with him.
Yeah,
we became BFFs.
You were like
so
homies
close.
with this one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we exchanged emails. We chatted a little bit.
Do you want to hold Waka so you can feel better about it?
The hold Waka?
Yeah,
Waka's not here right now.
I know we can go
We
in.
can get it for you.
Yeah. Therapy dog.
Okay. Oh, that'd be great.
Aw, thanks, Rom.
See.
But no, interesting. I mean, again, we keep talking about, the budget cuts and all the things that are getting cutted. Cut it.
Wow.
Cutted.
All right.
That happened. We just started. I mean, they've cut Fandango's huge props and Barrett's podium because those all came on the same production truck, which costs about $250,000 a year to carry.
Mm-hmm.
And now you cut one of the two, at least at the time that we met up with him when they were out in L.A., he informed us that him and Michael Cole were the only 2 commentators that are actually on salary.
Yeah. Well, now it's only one.
Now it's only one. I mean,
saving money.
Yeah, but why him?
They cutting budgets like Republicans. That's what they're doing right now.
But why Josh
Matthews?
Him?
There were so many places they could have made cuts. Obviously we've seen them. Fan access is going. At least as of right now, it's still going. For SummerSlam, I'm hoping they don't do that for WrestleMania.
They can't
it's a
do
little
that
bit
for
too
Mania.
big of a show.
Yeah. They might cut a day.
Yeah. Why Josh Matthews? Not sure. But yeah, I mean, they're trying to save money. Ratings haven't been where they were. Guys are still waiting on pay-per-view checks, so we'll probably talk about that a little bit later.
Mm-hmm.
So it is what it is. Sometimes, people got to go. You never know why.
That's a shock. I mean, I thought he was safe.
Yeah.
And he's one of the people who's really instrumental
really
in
good,
the whole network.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did
As
a
far
lot
as
of
getting
work
off
for
the
the
ground,
network.
the pre-shows, the post-shows,
Yep.
the Legends roundtables, all that stuff. Now, at least for the pay-per-view, it's slated that Renee Young will be hosting it, which, if he were to leave, it makes sense for her to be the one to jump in there.
Mm-hmm.
But
and maybe that's part of it.
It could be.
Because they want to keep her away from ESPN.
Give her more of a
Give her
spotlight.
more.
Well, how do you guys feel about that? Renee Young kind of replacing him.
I mean, if that happens, I have a different opinion. I'll let Rosie speak on that.
Renee is better at doing what she's going to do on Sunday than she is in the backstage interviews.
Okay.
So I think she'll still do fine at that. I'm very confident in her doing that. I think it also is for kind of, in a way, the male viewers to still tune in more for the pre-shows and stuff like that. You know, more of the attractive female. That's why you are seeing so many more and more female reporters and analysts in football and basketball and things like that, because they add it because at the end of the day, sex does sell. But then there are also these other women that are very knowledgeable in those sports,
Sure.
Yeah.
and they've worked their way to it. And Renee is trying to do that. Do I think that Josh deserved to be replaced by her? No, but I'm confident that she'll do well.
Yeah. I mean, he came a long way from Tough Enough.
The wannabe wrestler.
Yeah. To start off wanting to be a wrestler to actually becoming an employee, which is better than the wrestlers because they get coverage. He's got medical coverage. He's got retirement. That actually plays in. So yeah, to see him be dismissed, that was a shock. To see him get future endeavored, but at the same time, why did it take the WWE so long to try to put a female, as far as the commentary team goes, in one of those positions to push them more to the forefront, to the limelight? I mean, ESPN has been on that for a long time. That's what we got. What is it? Sage Steele. We got her. We got Erin Andrews. We have Michelle Beadle. Jamel Hill. All of these
Erin Andrews.
Yeah, I said her.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
I missed that one.
She was. Yeah.
I heard
But-
Sage Steele first. Sorry.
Yeah, and I mean, wrestling has always been such a male-dominated, testosterone-driven sport. I'm shocked that, most of the time, every time you got a woman, it's a backstage interviewer. It's something like that. But I kind of want to see where they're going to take it now, with her working with the pre-shows, post-shows, and maybe even at the commentary. Could you imagine a woman at the commentary table?
That's a huge thing.
That's what her goal has been. She said that her goal is to be the first female WWE commentator.
Yeah.
And they start on NXT. She started just popping on the commentary for the Divas matches. Now, all of a sudden, every few weeks, she's doing a full show. She's like one of 3 people doing color, but she's now doing like the full shows.
Yeah.
They are trying to groom her
Yeah, they are.
to do that. And to try to keep her away from ESPN, keep her happy, is like, all right, we're going to keep getting you closer and closer to doing that. Will they ever let her do it?
That's
We'll
the
wait and
question.
see.
Yep. Is it sincere or is it just to keep her away from the monster that is ESPN?
I don't know. But then Josh Matthews pays the price for it. Between that and the budget
true.
cuts.
Josh Matthews.
Yeah. That makes
It's a
me
big
sad.
shock.
Yeah.
It's a really big one.
It is.
He was a cool dude. I mean, I'm talking like he's gone. I mean, he's a really cool guy. I hate that happened to him. I mean, but that's the nature of the beast. Every time something comes around like that with wrestling, you always know, oh, it's cut month. Be careful.
Yeah.
Just you never know what to expect. So
Yeah. And we'll wait and see what the future holds for Josh. The guy's talented. He's going to land on his feet somewhere. No doubt about it. And, maybe he could swing by AfterBuzz and talk to us about
Yeah,
it.
you're always welcome.
Hi, Josh. So let's get into the actual SmackDown. And as the show goes on, we got the other bad news and other things that we got to talk about. But that progresses through tonight's SmackDown, hailing from Pittsburgh. Starts off with a long vignette hyping up the title ladder match for Money in the Bank, where obviously in the predictions we'll really break it down, but there are just so many possibilities where they can go with this thing. We could just sit for the next 20 minutes and talk about the different ways. We're not going to do that though, because that would be very long.
yes.
And we're going to save that for later. Maybe not 20 minutes worth. But we start the actual show then with Triple H, Randy Orton, and Seth Rollins hanging out in the ring. Triple H talking about, the names of the different eras and, talking about the Rock and Wrestling era, the Attitude era. Some people even call this the Reality era, which I think makes perfect sense. But he wants to call it the Authority era. The era of the Authority, because the Authority is constantly making history, Just like how this Sunday, the face of the company is going to make history and reclaim his spot and win the title. And the future of the company, Seth Rollins, he's going to win the Money in the Bank briefcase, pretty much hyping both his guys. And then Rollins and Orton kind of get in each other's face, just talking about how Rollins is like, oh, there's always going to be a plan B, you know, in case Orton can't get the job done. And it's just like, well, wait, that's not cool, dude. And Triple H is like, you know why you two should trust each other on this stuff? Because I trust the two of you. And you guys have to trust everything I do. And then, you know, brings up Dean Ambrose and how Rollins is going to destroy him. And then sets up our first match of Ambrose versus Bad News Barrett.
Bart.
Barrett.
You don't even say Barrett, you say Bart.
I just said Bart. Bart.
You from St. Louis?
Sure.
Okay.
Why not? I'm everywhere.
I need my hair done. That's Memphis.
So I'm ready for, you know, a super exciting match between Dean Ambrose and Bad News Barrett. And this match went a lot shorter than I thought. And Ambrose beats the Intercontinental Champion clean with the dirty deeds. Again, why is our champion in non-title matches losing clean? Why?
Don't look at me.
I've
Why?
already.
A lot of things been going on this year.
You know
Damn, and this it's been the last several.
my thoughts on that belt. You've heard them.
It's like a what's the word? Tainted belt or something.
Yeah, I don't know how they've managed to do that with one of the most premier belts in the history of professional wrestling.
Bad News belt.
But yeah, that's you're the new Intercontinental Champion.
Hashtag Bad News Belt.
Yeah. You're the new Intercontinental Champion. Well, I've got some bad news.
Yeah.
At this point, it should be
You're not gonna win.
At this point, the loser of the match should win the title
Yeah, really.
because that's how they're treating it.
Yeah.
But that's not where the story really comes in. Even though that's story enough, seeing the Intercontinental Champion lose clean to Dean Ambrose. Then Swagger comes out because, you know, he's in that Money in the Bank match too, in case everyone forgot. And he starts, Barrett's out of the ring, so he starts trying to take out Barrett before they can get into Ambrose. And in doing so, Swagger throws Barrett into like a corner of the barricade. And from reports, it is claimed that Wade Barrett has separated his shoulder from said throw.
And it's like, no. Right when
Yeah.
he's like,
Right in the middle of his biggest push.
Yeah, he's hot right now.
There he goes.
he's always hot, but in that sense, yes.
Okay, not in the sense of the way you were using the word hot, but I understand.
So now, well, depending on severity and injury, what's happening with Barrett's push? What's going to happen in the Intercontinental title, if anything?
Do they care?
Do they care? That's question 3.
That's the first
True.
question.
Will we have a replacement in the Money in the Bank ladder match?
Yeah,
Or is he still going to be tough enough, like be able to tough it out?
he may be.
Think
I would
so.
honestly,
That's
I
pretty-
don't want him to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
If
I don't
it-
want
I
to
mean,
risk more injury.
If there's a chance he could do more damage, then no.
It's a separated
but
shoulder.
in a match that's
4 days
that
later in a
big-
ladder match.
Yeah, but it's got that many people in it. There are ways to protect around injuries. Like we've seen guys go out. Like what? I mean, obviously it wasn't a separated shoulder, but when Cena worked Daniel Bryan at SummerSlam,
Yeah, with
he
the
probably
torn
with the
tricep.
yeah, and the the huge knot in his elbow and all of that. They hang those things like a badge of honor. So I don't know. Maybe he's gonna try to tough it out. But if the doctor says he shouldn't go, then I hope they listen to the doctors.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure. You never
Yeah.
know.
And then in the midst of this, then eventually Ambrose and Swagger go at it. Ambrose gets the advantage over Swagger, and then Rollins sneaks in from behind and takes out Ambrose, hits the curb stomp, a beautiful curb stomp.
Beautiful.
And Rollins is the one standing at the end of that. Yeah, that's very bad news. And why does Swagger hurt everybody?
Yeah, Swagger.
I'm not touching
Especially in the midst of their giant pushes.
that one. Yeah, I'm
Oh,
not
Swagger.
touching that one. I'm pretty sure wrestling fans in the know across the world have already given their
I
opinions
know.
on that.
But, oh.
Unfortunate.
Yeah, that was Dolph, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Dolph. Yeah.
When he was the heavyweight champion.
Yep. and it hadn't been the same since.
Oh gosh, I hope that doesn't happen to Wade. Bad news, whatever I want to call him.
Yeah. Whatever you call him this week.
I'm surprised she's not calling him baby.
Well, that's not here.
The problem is if she says it's okay, baby, then like 6 other superstars are gonna reply.
Yeah.
Oh.
Cesaro's gonna punch somebody, and it'll go bad.
It's like, wait, who are you talking to?
Yeah. So she was talking to me.
And then Titus starts barking, and then just a whole melee.
That'd be great. A man box fight. Okay, anyway. It would.
Paige versus Cameron. Just gonna move on.
Thank you.
Moving on.
Good call.
Thank you. Divas action. Paige versus Cameron. We found out it's official that Paige will be defending the Divas title on Sunday against Naomi. So Naomi's on commentary for her buddy Cameron, to watch her buddy Cameron wrestle her. And Cameron's just been like all over the place as far as can't tell if she's mad at Naomi, kind of turning heel, whatever is going on. And this match doesn't last very long. But Cameron, again, uses the code breaker in the middle of a match, and it's not a finisher.
Mm-hmm.
That, like, when you're using a finishing move of one of the best wrestlers in the world, and it's not your finishing move, that really irritates me.
And it should.
Thank you. Thank you for solidifying that.
If I saw someone doing my finisher as a setup, you've seen my finisher.
Would you like to describe your finisher to those at home?
No, because someone may steal it and use it as a setup move.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
But my finisher is very devastating looking. It's a variation of a pile driver, and if you follow me on Twitter at Rome the Ruler, you can see pictures of it. But people who, if someone was to steal my move and do it, I mean, because my move is a version of another guy's move.
Right.
A very legendary move, but it's not the same.
But you changed it. It's not the same thing.
I changed it to make it my own.
Right.
And it's still devastating.
How many times do people use the word inverted next to a move?
Oh, gosh.
So,
yeah.
So technically, it's their way of kind of turning it into their own.
Yeah.
And that's fine.
Yeah.
This is the exact same move that Jericho does.
The move. And to use it as a setup, it's because we've seen it put away I don't know how many people. So it's a disservice. I don't want to use the word disrespect, but it is a disservice.
This pinned Edge at WrestleMania.
Yeah. That enough said.
And it makes Paige kick out in the middle of a SmackDown.
Out. Yeah. And on SmackDown. Yeah. Second match.
At the end of the day, Paige gets the win with the Paige Turner. And then Naomi pops in the ring. They're kind of doing a stare down. And Cameron shoves Naomi from behind when Paige's back is turned into Paige. So then Paige thinks that Naomi shoved her. And then they get at it for a little bit to help raise the tension between the two. Mm-hmm. But really, it's all Cameron that's orchestrated it. I'm really excited for the actual match on Sunday. If they give it the time, it's going to be phenomenal.
Yeah.
But I just don't get where they're going.
Hopefully we'll find out.
Yeah, I mean, that's one of those.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think that Cameron and Naomi are in for a standoff.
There was a rumor that they, in the dirt sheets, that they were thinking about breaking them up.
Yeah.
So that would be interesting.
It would.
Yeah.
And it's long overdue.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they're still doing the dancing and the original gimmick of
they still have Brodus's music.
Yeah. So they have Brodus's career, dude. Like, what are you talking about? They took the entire thing. We're gonna take your music. Yeah, we're gonna be side pieces at first, and we're gonna come out, but then we're gonna take everything.
Are they gonna come up? Are they gonna come out in the Adidas warm up gear on Sunday?
I hope not, because what they're
sexy
doing.
Adidas warm up.
But they can rip it off.
They can rip it off.
Hey.
Or it could just be sexy.
That make you a little better.
You guys might be onto something.
Yeah, think about it.
I like that.
Yeah.
And in the midst of all this tension, we have the blap. There you go.
Thank you.
Wyatt's pop up. And this was just kind of like your usual last show before pay-per-view hype promo. Harper and Rowan hyping they're going to be tag champions. Wyatt hyping that he is going to win the title in the ladder match. The only thing that stood out to me in this promo was Wyatt mentioned, he's like, imagine the power in my hands, like if I win or when I win.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like, yeah, that's hard to imagine, actually.
Yeah.
That'd be crazy. That's all I got for that.
I just love the way you say it.
Crazy.
It's so crazy.
I was waiting for one of you to add a comment to that, but we'll just move on.
Nah, don't really. Just want to keep the train rolling.
Yeah,
Just let,
we'll keep
because
that.
we got a lot to get into later.
We do. Well, let's keep that train rolling then and talk about Bray Wyatt versus Sheamus.
Sheamus.
Was that the longest match of the night, by the way?
Yes.
I thought so. Yeah.
The show
Shockingly,
like
it was
that.
not the Rusev match.
Yeah, I'm amazed.
I figured. I mean, he's usually the long one.
Yeah, he usually goes for Iron Man.
Sarcasm.
Yeah.
Really? Me?
You.
Sarcasm?
See.
Never would have guessed it.
No. So Sheamus and Wyatt, whenever they wrestle, it's just a fun brawl. Like I can watch these guys wrestle a lot. During the commercial break, the Usos showed up.
Mm-hmm.
So unless we were watching the app, which we can on the West Coast,
Yeah.
then we wouldn't have seen like Harper and Rowan surround Sheamus and the Usos come out to make the save. Then we come back from the commercial. Oh, Usos are here. All right.
They showed up. I don't know why.
They have a knack to go in commercial breaks when very cool stuff seems to be happening.
Yeah. Look, it's the Usos.
Yeah.
Sheamus took a real sick bump onto the outside.
That was nice.
Like, I was worried that he separated the shoulder too.
Yeah, nah,
The
he
way
took
he
like
fell.
a stuntman roll from the top rope to the apron to the ground. Liked it.
It was very, very good. Sheamus eventually gets back into it, locks Bray in the cloverleaf in the center of the ring. Harper then runs in, causes a DQ. Chaos ensues, as it always does with Wyatt
love
matches.
That's like his
Chaos
phrasing.
ensues.
Chaos ensues.
Chaos ensues and holding down the fort. Those are the
Yeah,
two things
those
I
are your
say,
two.
like, every week.
Yeah.
And not
That's
leaving
like
it alone.
your Will Smith's "Oh hell no." Like that's yeah.
Hey, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
There you go.
I'm gonna keep my mouth closed.
Okay. And you're saying his man box, so there. Usos fly, take out Rowan and Harper on the outside. Wyatt goes for the Sister Abigail. Sheamus counters, goes for the bro kick, but Bray escapes that. And Sheamus is the one standing tall at the end of this.
I wasn't happy with that.
Why?
Just because we already know Sheamus is so protected. I know this. I can't wait to actually meet him if he listens to AfterBuzz because he's probably going to have some things to say. Well, I could probably beat him considering what happened to him in his last real fight.
Ooh.
But
Okay,
yeah.
that happened.
Ooh.
Hey, I'm from the streets. Don't get it twisted now. I may be a pro wrestler, but don't. Yeah.
But again, what are you saying as far as the
Anyway,
finish?
but yeah, like, why can't he take the Sister Abigail right there? Why does he not just take it like everyone else we've seen take it? Because it was a perfect setup. We know they want him to look strong going into Sunday, but how is that going to weaken him? Taking that, but that just leads more like, oh, someone who actually can put him down.
And it's like, all right, well, Sheamus was distracted by what was going on with the Usos and Rowan and Harper, so it's not like, it wouldn't have hurt him in any way.
Wouldn't have hurt him, but of course it was written so that he got away from it and then stands tall and Bray's on the outside.
Yeah. Then we go backstage with Byron Saxton and Goldust. And Goldust is talking about how on main event, Rybaxel issued a challenge to Goldust and Stardust. We have not gotten to talk about Stardust on SmackDown because he's really only been on Raw.
What a trip.
Stardust
That's
comes
all I
out,
gotta say, so it's a trip.
and I mean, part of it was bleeped out.
Yeah,
And
big portion.
but Stardust is talking about all the beautiful stars in the solar system. The biggest one is the sun, but don't forget about this or that, and you can never forget about Stardust. It's like it's literally like mid-90s Goldust, just PG style.
Yeah.
I'm not feeling it.
I look at it and I immediately go, if you're Cody Rhodes, what does this tell you about you? Just, hey, we got this idea. We're going to turn you into your brother.
No, you know what I think it tells about him? It shows that we can do anything with you because you're that talented. How many gimmicks has he had in the last 5 years?
Oh, I don't, dude. He started off as just Cody Rhodes, then he's been through some gimmicks.
It was Cody. It was just Bob Holly's tag partner.
Yeah.
Then Legacy.
Yeah.
Then Dashing Cody Rhodes. Then Broken Nose Crazy Freak. Then just Badass who brought back the Intercontinental Champion, the title, to good distinction. Then then there was something else in the midst of that, and I'm forgetting what it was. Then the whole thing with Goldust, the build-up. Then him as a tag team. Then him getting depressed, and now he's Goldust.
Well, let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's Stardust. Let me ask you this. Which one of those is memorable?
All of them.
Like, really? Which one of those is going to go down in the annals of wrestling history? Tell me.
My personal favorite out of all of them was the Broken Nose Psycho gimmick.
Okay.
When he put the paper bags on heads.
Yeah, and that's definitely going to be the biggest merch seller ever.
Well, it's a heel.
Like, yeah.
Not many heels sell a lot of merch.
Doesn't matter. It's the gimmick. John Cena's been through 3 different variations of John Cena, but he's still been John Cena.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And that's it.
But he hasn't been a heel in 10 years.
Cody's just been this guy that's jumped from thing to thing to thing, and he's incredibly talented. And I want to see it because the Goldust gimmick, like the Dusty Rhodes, the original polka dot Dusty Rhodes gimmick, started because of a thing between Vince McMahon and Dusty.
Yeah.
A feud. So it's like, okay, how can I find a way to embarrass you? Okay, well, now I'm going to embarrass your son. And his son took it and turned it into something amazing. But now it's funny. Granted, I don't have a problem with it. I do like it. But Cody's too good of a talent.
It's leading to something.
It better. Cody has been in a position to jump to the next rung for 2 years now, and he's just not done it for whatever reason. And it's because I think it's these quick switches. They just haven't found the thing that clicks. If you show me 8 gimmicks, I'll show you a guy. It's been there that long. If you show me a guy with 8 gimmicks over however many years he's been there, I'll show you a guy that hadn't caught on.
That's a fair point.
I'm just not feeling the Stardust thing.
Now why though?
Because I feel that it's kind of like riding the tails of his brother, and he doesn't need to.
Yeah, he doesn't need to do that.
He doesn't.
He's good at it.
Yeah, he's good at it.
Yeah,
but he's got something else.
But the story that was going on with this was Cody kept feeling that he was the weak link of the team. That Goldust was like the better one.
So,
that's where the story was going.
But that only emphasizes that he's the weakest link if he's copying his brother.
But that's where the story's going. So then from there, it's going to be one of two things: either he's doing this as like a setup, or
and you finally get that twist that you've been asking
for 3 years.
Yeah.
Or
now that would work.
Or Goldust then gets jealous, and they do something crazy swerve with that.
Yeah.
See, I would be shocked if Goldust got jealous. I mean, he's the
originator,
right?
Yeah.
So
I agree, but I'm just saying, it could be a way they go with it.
Right.
And because the last update I heard on Goldust's contract, first his contract was supposed to end at WrestleMania. Then they extended it to SummerSlam. Yeah. I haven't heard about anything extending it past that. The way it's going, they must have.
Yeah.
Because I mean, what they're doing now is they're pretty much setting them up to get back in the tag title hunt real soon. So I mean, we'll see what happens.
We'll see. I mean, I think he's too good of a talent to do his brother's gimmick.
Yeah, and hopefully there's less bleep.
Yeah. That was your censored saying that. And that was another thing. That's why Goldust was so good. He came along at the perfect era.
Well, he was ahead of his time.
Yeah. Definitely was, because he was pre-Attitude Era.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, especially with all like the innuendos, especially
WrestleMania 10,
especially before time where on the mainstream media, all the homosexuality was accepted and admired. When he would do the things with the wrestlers in the mid-90s, like Razor Ramon, he would be groping him and Razor get pissed.
Super pissed.
If that happened today, you know how much hate mail they'd get?
Oh, yeah.
So, I don't know. I'm really interested to see, because I like the sudden twist. Because, again, it's something with Cody. Every time they did something with Cody, I wasn't expecting it, because, they do change a lot. But I kind of like that. And then, because to me, he's still memorable because the fact that he's able to adapt to so many things.
Yeah,
I think they all kind of adapt pretty well to different things. It just doesn't always work.
True.
Yeah, but there's a lot that can't do what Cody's done on this roster right now.
Just said Ted DiBiase Jr.
And
Where
with
is
that,
he? Anyway, go ahead.
Counting his money?
Yeah, I would hope so.
Tag team match. Dolph Ziggler team with RVD to take on Alberto Del Rio and Cesaro. So 2 guys in the title Money in the Bank ladder match, and then 2 guys in the briefcase Money in the Bank ladder match. Who's going to win?
The hot one.
Good answer.
A lot of people consider
There you
Ziggler the hot one.
He's alright.
God. The expert analysis from Kaori right there.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, for the record, that was a he aight. He's aight.
So this match, from the moment the bell rang, they just never stopped running. This match, I was going to say chaos ensued. But, I mean, it was just craziness throughout. And everyone's getting their stuff in. Ends with RVD going for the 5-star frog splash. Del Rio gets his knees up to counter it. And then from there, locks in the cross arm breaker. And hey, Alberto Del Rio wins a match.
Alberto Del Rio.
How about that? It's not like he's in the main event of the pay-per-view on Sunday. And we just won a match.
I mean, at this point, seeing Alberto Del Rio feels a little random. Like, oh, there he is. Where have you been?
What was that?
Alberto Del Rio.
Are you practicing your Spanish?
No, I'm just saying his name repeatedly.
Well,
All my Hispanic friends tell me I can do the accent pretty good. I'm not sure.
Well, they're lying to you. No, I'm kidding.
Well, I'll tell you what, with me, because Alberto Del Rio has clearly been lost in the shuffle, to me right now, the best fit with him is, hey, we have a general manager spot open.
Mm-hmm.
He'd be an awesome GM.
Wait, who?
Del Rio.
I would rather see him
The
wrestle.
sophisticated in the suit talking who can still wrestle when needed. And Stephanie and Triple H love him.
True.
I think it could almost bring... It will never be as good of a commissioner as Regal was.
Yeah.
But it brings that feel to it.
Yeah. I can see that.
Yeah. Because he ain't winning on Sunday.
Yeah, no.
No.
Yeah, I was really trying to find a way to go, I like him as a wrestler too. But, at the same time.
And we do like him as a wrestler. It's just he's just lost in that shuffle right now. He's above the mid-card, but he's below the main event. So you can't have him lose.
He had his run. He made his money. I'm happy for him.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And then after the match, Cesaro hit... yeah, that's all right. It's all right. What screens can go out on us? That's fine. We can keep going, Rome.
We can keep
going.
Yes.
So let's move on, guys.
That's right. To move on to Cesaro hitting the neutralizer on Del Rio. Because I figured Corey wanted to break
that
down.
thought, that's why I looked at her.
He looked good doing it. He is.
How about the actual move? Like, describe, break down the action.
I would want Cesaro to do a neutralizer on me.
Wouldn't that hurt?
He'd probably do it differently on me, though, because I'm small.
I think he'd do a few things differently on you.
Yeah, I think so. So.
Over
Can we just get him here already,
it brings Cesaro swing to a whole new meaning.
Yeah, it really does.
We need to make this happen.
So we got to get Cesaro in here with no security?
With no security.
No security. That's going to be rough.
Yeah, but...
Yeah. All right. Renee Young is backstage with the Usos.
Renee.
And this is like your typical hype promo. This is just the Usos just going nuts like the Usos always do, and just hyping up their tag title match, and just getting ready. They're ready for Harper and Rowan. We can't tell when their shirts are on and they're backstage who's who.
Yeah, no, we had to talk about that actually.
Yeah,
the fact that
I know who they were.
You think you know?
I know.
She knew.
Total Divas fan right here.
Okay,
so
which side was which one on? Say it right now
up.
so the fans can tell
when
you.
You're looking at the TV screen, the right side is a Total Divas dude, Naomi's man, and then...
What's his name?
Jimmy?
Thank you.
Okay. And then the other side is the other bro.
The fact that they have their real names on Total Divas, that was hilarious.
It's just confusing.
The fact that they had their real names on Total Divas, and their fake names are so similar to their real names on WWE TV is utterly confusing because I realize I don't have the names right. Even if I know which one is which, I don't. It's like, okay, John, Jimmy, Jay. Why does every name start with a J?
I think Jimmy's face is a little fuller. The other one's a little more narrow, barely. But you can start telling after you watch Total Divas for a while.
We just need one of them to have Nikki Bella treatment in order for us to really tell them apart. Because we couldn't tell the Bellas apart until that happened.
Ew, you don't want a man with boob plants.
I'm joking.
No, you're not. No, you're not.
You're right. You're right. Jey Uso, get some man boobs. Come on.
She called you out on it.
Yeah, of course I'm not joking. Yeah, I want one of the Usos to get breast implants. Definitely. What's wrong? Oh, God. What happened? Rusev versus Sin Cara.
Who's going to win here?
Well, I liked how Lana talked about the soul of the USA.
Yeah.
Not the USA, but the USA.
Mm-hmm.
Like, as in, you're going to write an essay on the letter U.
Just keep going.
In the closed captioning, I think it came out USA.
Yeah.
This match, I counted 36 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
Rusev won, in case you didn't know. And then...
Never would have guessed.
Once again, Lana's promo's a lot longer than
the actual match, yes.
Still beating up minorities.
And then after the match, Biggie comes down in his best Jesse Jackson impression and does a stare down with Rusev. Well, Rusev walks away, but then tries to sneak back in, and Biggie clotheslines him, gets him out, and the commentators are like, oh, someone might finally be able to step up to Rusev. So at this time, ladies and gentlemen, per request over Twitter of the success of his one-on-one conversation with Titus O'Neil last week, we're going to have a one-on-one moment between Rome and Big E.
Thank you very much. Big E, where do I start? First off, you got to stop listening to the WWE writers. And that goes for a couple of guys on the roster. Whatever that was that you did when you came out with a microphone, don't do that anymore. You sounded like Jesse Jackson, like Rosie said. I was paying attention to your cadence more than your words because I thought it was so out of character. You have to win on Sunday. That's really it. That's all you the last hope, man. Like you all we got, really. This man is on a run. Like, I think he was sent by the Tea Party. Like, if you don't believe me, follow me. Like, I think he was really sent by the Tea Party. Like, I'm for real. Like, Rusev wouldn't surprise me if he's part of the birther movement because this is getting insane. Every Latino, every black guy.
Is this like the reverse Nation of Domination?
Yeah. If there were more Asian people on the roster, he'd beat them too.
Well, Yoshi's gone.
True.
Yeah. He got fired before he had a chance.
That was actually probably best for Yoshi. That
he didn't have to face him. But Rusev's gonna walk in on Sunday and it was so weird. Like, grab the Russian flag and break it or something. Like, he had the flagpole was right there. He walked right past it because he had to keep giving the speech that he was giving.
He was focused.
Yeah, it was so weird. Just please, Big E, just win, please. I'm gonna pick against you in tonight. I'm gonna go ahead and tell you right now. My prediction will be Rusev because he's on an incredible run, and I don't think you're gonna win. But please. Please win. And that's it. That's really all I got.
You would think, because they faced off at the last pay-per-view. You think maybe this one, make it a flag match?
And you would think.
Something?
I really want to pick Big E. I want to. But I don't think it's going to happen because they gave him that stupid promo to walk out with. And I know he didn't write that.
And how many times have we talked about how much we love Big E's personality on like his Instagram and his Twitter?
Yeah. He's hilarious on his Instagram.
That's not him.
Yeah. That's as soon as he walked out and he started talking and he was doing that weird pacing back and forth as he went down the ramp. It's like, dude, this isn't you. You need to be you. And the writers, I understand WWE has a team of writers, but damn it, sometimes they're wrong. And this was one of them. Yeah.
We'll talk about the match. We won't probably break down too much on the pay-per-view, but we'll get to that momentarily. Couple more things from tonight's SmackDown before our predictions. First off, we got a recap from Raw of Vickie Guerrero's last night.
Aw, sad. I'm gonna miss her.
she, there was definitely times where I was just like, why is she there? But then, like, the more I was watching, the more I'm like, oh, this is why you're here.
That's exactly how you feel about her all the time.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's great. And she, I mean, when you think about it, in the last decade, how many people can you say have had a better heel run than Vickie? Because think about it, who's been a heel for 10 straight, 9 years
entire time
consecutively?
Yep.
She's great at it too.
Yeah.
My only question is, why did it take 9 years for them to talk about Eddie?
Yeah, you were talking about that a lot while we watched.
Yeah, you
It
said
was
that
just
a
like,
lot.
why all of a sudden? Oh wait, her last name's Guerrero.
We
It
just
took
noticed.
9 years to figure that out. Apparently,
Think she has any relation to Eddie Guerrero?
maybe Chavo.
Maybe we should call Chavo and find out. And then, that's
wait,
she was married to Eddie, one of the greatest to ever step in the ring.
but yeah, and then like the first time in her 9-year career, she has music,
Yeah.
and I thought it was actually a real good send off for what she's able to do with the promos, and kudos to Stephanie for doing what she did with it.
Stephanie had fun.
This
had fun.
This was the first time Vickie in her 9 years stood tall at the end of something.
Yeah.
And I'm going to miss her. And I didn't think,
Yeah.
a few years ago, if you asked me that, I probably wouldn't have said it. But I'm going to miss her on TV.
Well, you love to hate her,
True.
you know?
Yeah.
I just remember there was this one Raw when she was with Ziggler, and they had this promo interaction because they were feuded with Cena at the time. And the crowd was so hot that this promo had to have gone at least 5 minutes longer than planned, because every time Vickie tried to talk, the crowd got so loud
Yep.
that she had to, like, she was forced to stop.
Mm-hmm.
And Cena is in the corner laughing his ass off.
Yeah. I remember that. They hated her.
Oh my
She had
god!
so much
I don't
heat.
remember where that was, but like
Yeah.
I wanted that crowd like every week.
She had so much heat.
Yeah. And then we go to our main event of SmackDown: Roman Reigns versus Kane. Kane dominated most of this match, tried to clear the announce table, but Reigns eventually fought back, hit the Superman punch, and then Orton came out, caused a disqualification. But Reigns hit the Superman punch on Orton, trying to fight back, but then walks into a chokeslam by Kane. And then Kane grabs a ladder. Orton's down. Reigns is down. Well, he's going to destroy Reigns naturally with this, right? No, he sets up the ladder and lets Orton get back on his feet to climb and take the titles.
Mm-hmm.
Here is that plan B that was foreshadowed at the beginning of SmackDown.
Mm-hmm.
Kane is there to help Orton. And it's clear as day now. And Orton takes the titles down, starts celebrating with them. But then, oh yeah, Reigns is still in the ring. Orton decided to try to set up for a punt. Reigns hopped up with a spear and then speared Kane. And Reigns is the one that stands tall when SmackDown gets off the air. But now definitely more momentum for Orton headed into Sunday's pay-per-view. Any thoughts on that? Because you guys are just nodding in agreement.
Well, this is kind of, I hate to say it, but a little generic.
Yeah.
All right.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah,
No.
sorry.
It was at that
It's
point.
like,
I'm like, okay, let's get to the Money in the Bank.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like, oh, okay. So,
So with that, right before our predictions, what would you give match of the night to?
Damn it. Had not considered that.
I'll give it to Cesaro.
Shocking.
Of course you would.
He's hot.
When has Cesaro wrestled on SmackDown and you have not given it to Cesaro?
Couple times. The Divas are going pretty strong recently. You know, the Divas are doing good, but miss that Cesaro.
Well, I'm going with Sheamus and Wyatt.
Yeah, some of mine, because they just who I remember.
Yeah.
The longest. Yeah, they were out there so long.
So that said, Money in the Bank will be this Sunday night, hailing from my home turf, Boston. We're in Boston, Massachusetts for Money in the Bank. And this is a pretty interesting card with a few matches that I am really... the undercard is pretty straightforward. But the bigger matches are kind of like, whoa, where are we going to go? So let's break it down, because we give our predictions on the air. And then we'll tweet out all the other AfterBuzz Wrestling host predictions.
Yes, you will.
Yes, I will. Because that's what I do.
That's what you do.
That's what I do.
Henry.
Since Henry's not around, that's what I got to do. All right. Rybaxel versus the team of Goldust and Stardust. Rybaxel said on Stardust's debut that loss was a fluke, and they're here for real, and they're going to take out Goldust and Stardust. Do any of us think that Rybaxel will do that?
No.
No. All right. Moving on. Goldust and Stardust for the win by all three of us. Big E versus Rusev. Kind of talked a little bit about this earlier. We already have Rome's pick.
Yes.
Rome says Rusev.
I say Rusev.
This will be Rusev's longest match. It might break 8 minutes,
It might.
but I'm going
It
Rusev.
might. I really want to pick Big E.
Why don't you?
Because it's not going to happen. And I'm going to feel defeated. if Big E wins, wonderful. If it costs me my share of the predictions title, great. But
No, I like sharing with you.
yeah, we
She doesn't wanna
always
share with me.
Yeah, we always win together.
Yeah.
So ever since I showed up, every time I've had that belt, I've been holding it with her. I always bring something beautiful along with you. But yeah, I guess I gotta go Rusev.
You're trying to be all smooth and mushy with that.
It worked.
Yeah, see
Aw.
the face. See how you do that? That's how you do it. Smooth.
So much to learn. So much. With the first of 2 Divas matches on a pay-per-view.
Which is awesome because both matches are, interesting.
Right. Now, this one has the real story behind it. Summer Rae versus Layla with Fandango as the referee.
I am going to say Summer Rae.
I'm also saying Summer Rae.
So am I.
All right.
One, she's hot, and I think Fandango is gonna get back to
Yeah. I
that
think he's
old
gonna,
heel. Yeah.
turn it up.
See, I think it's going to be a little different. I think he's going to be like, all right, Summer Rae, I choose you. And then Summer Rae's going to solidify the face turn and be like, no, man, you're on your own.
That would work.
And then leave Fandango all alone.
Either way,
So he loses both girls in the match.
Yep.
Yeah.
Either way, we all say, all right, so all of us are in agreement in the first 3 matches.
this is just how the last pay-per-view.
Well, I'm sure as it goes on, it's going to change.
Yeah, we got a couple of matches.
We got Divas title on the line. Paige defending against Naomi. Cameron's going to be at ringside. I'm saying that Cameron is going to accidentally cost Naomi, and Paige will retain, and then solidify the breakup of the Funkadactyls.
Funk is not on a roll.
Funk is rolled over.
I would
stop.
say I think Paige is going to retain. I think they still are trying to build her up somehow.
Mm-hmm.
So
And as bad as I want to say Naomi's gonna win,
I want Naomi to win too.
I want to have that title, but
Yeah.
not with this story.
Cameron's gonna do something, and Paige is gonna win.
It'll be like,
Alright.
girl, bye.
Yep.
And then maybe Paige can align herself with Alicia, or not Cameron align herself with Alicia,
And then we'll
because
have
there'd be the 2 crazy girls.
Yeah.
Interesting Total Diva season 3.
Yeah, why not? Oh, that's true, because we'll have Paige and Naomi. Cameron, I keep saying, yeah, Cameron and Naomi.
Trinity, just call it Trinity.
Trinity
just call it Trinity.
and Ariane
Yeah.
on Total Divas.
Everybody
so they'll
knows
go
about
over that
first name
breakup.
anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Tag team title match. This one I'm interested in hearing what you guys think. Usos defending
Why
the
don't you go
title.
first?
I will. Usos defending the titles against Harper and Rowan. The way when they've actually squared off in the ring, Harper and Rowan have always had the advantage.
Mm-hmm.
And similar with Bray, which might kind of foreshadow me a little later on in his predictions, they don't need titles. I'm saying Usos retain.
I second that.
I think you guys have a point, but I do think that the Wyatts are going to take over.
All right, that's the popular pick is Harper and Rowan winning the tag titles. So we'll see. I don't know. I just don't think that's the people that the Usos are going to drop it to. I think it's more like going to be the Ascension
I think
whenever
it's
they
gonna be
finally
Ascension.
when they finally get called up.
The one of the few groups of people I know in
NXT.
in NXT. Yes.
All right. And now we have the 2 ladder matches. First one
Woo!
for the briefcase.
Okay.
First off, Bad News Barrett, and we don't know if he's going to be there or if there's going to be a replacement for him.
Well, in the chat roll, last that they've heard, it's 50-50 chance that he's going to be on there.
I mean, more power to him if he can do it. I just don't want him to further that injury.
Yeah, no.
Especially in a ladder match.
Mm-hmm.
Along with possibly Barrett, Seth Rollins, Dean Ambrose, Dolph Ziggler, Kofi Kingston, Jack Swagger, and Rob Van Dam.
Kofi, just kidding. Just kidding.
Yep.
Now, here's the part that really upsets me. I was all ready to come here and proclaim Barrett was going to win this match.
Were you?
And then he got hurt.
Okay.
And that just ruined everything.
Aww.
Yeah.
Because I was saying, you're like, oh, Ambrose and Rollins, they're just going to beat each other to a pulp and cancel each other out. And then Barrett can get up there and get that briefcase. And all of a sudden the crowd will go nuts for Barrett, just like they would for Ziggler.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it might be the blessing in disguise then, because I don't think that's what would happen.
Well, now that that's not now that most likely will not happen. Is it sad? Is it sad that a very, very small part of me wants to say Kofi, even though that was certainly.
do it.
Be brave.
Do it.
Say
do
it.
All right, you know what?
Do
The
it.
winner of the Money in the Bank briefcase match will be Seth Rollins.
Okay. Well.
And he took my pick directly
Yeah.
out of my mouth. Wow.
So you and I have had the identical picks for
Yep.
every match so far. It might come down to a tiebreaker with us.
Yeah, it would.
I also would have picked Seth. I think that it's going to come down between Dean and Seth, and it's going to be him because he's part of that authority.
Wow. So all three of us on a Money in the Bank match are picking the same
same
guy.
That's
Yeah,
all
one,
right.
two,
That's
three,
crazy.
four,
Out of
five,
7.
6, 7 people, and we all pick one guy.
I mean, this kind of shows the hopefully not so predictable
Yeah.
True.
Well, they've built it.
ability.
They built it the way that it leads to that.
However, I will go nuts if Ziggler does win. I think it'd be
Ziggler
great
will?
if he suddenly won it again. I don't think it will.
Keep Jack Swagger away from him.
It's keep Swagger away from everyone right now. But now you want to talk about the unpredictability. So main
The
event
big one.
do
for
this.
the title.
Let's go.
We have John Cena, Randy Orton, Kane, Roman Reigns, Cesaro, Bray Wyatt, and Sheamus. We have. Did I miss one? There's 8 of them. I'm missing
Cesaro,
someone.
Sheamus,
Isn't that RVD
Bray,
somewhere?
Orton,
Oh, no, RVD's
He was in the other
ADR, Cena,
Del Rio. I missed Del Rio. I'm
Reigns,
sorry.
and
Oh, that's
Kane.
right.
Yeah.
So Cena, Orton, Kane, Reigns, Cesaro, Wyatt, Sheamus, Alberto Del Rio. 8 guys for the title.
Gosh.
Okay, let's just go ahead and remove Kane and ADR.
I don't think you can remove Kane.
I think you can remove
You can remove
Sheamus
ADR
as well.
and Sheamus. ADR and Sheamus you can remove.
Yeah.
Sheamus, bye-bye.
Kane, remember, he's the one who had the story with Daniel Bryan.
I don't think he's going to win.
gonna win.
I'm not
Come
saying
When's
he's
the last
winning.
time a big guy climbed a
wrong
ladder
with
for
him?
anything and won?
Kane's won Money in the Bank before.
When is the last time?
3 years ago when he
Was
won
that recent?
Yeah.
Okay, I
2,
don't
3,
remember
maybe
that.
3 years ago I think it was.
I don't think he's winning this one.
No.
I'm just saying that's a possibility. You have the possibility now. Well, what they
Hell,
showed
it's a
on
possibility for
SmackDown-
any of them to win.
That's what I'm saying. You have the predictability of Orton winning it. You have, because of the leak of that SummerSlam poster,
Cena,
there's a thought of Cena.
Cena, Lesnar.
Even without seeing that leak,
It's still
I
Cena.
would
Yeah,
have picked
like
Cena.
who ever counts out Cena?
I mean, he's
Yeah.
back in there. There's 2 big belts or 1 unified belt.
The general fan consensus is they want Wyatt to win.
What versus
That
what's
was me.
probably going to happen.
Yeah, I'm in that group.
And then of course they're
Yeah.
building up Roman Reigns as a monster. Could he do it? And then there's the whole, oh wait, can 2 people win because there's still 2 freaking belts?
Yep. What if
There's so many
That's
possibilities.
Yep. And we're back to last year with 2 different belts.
Yeah, I can't
And
believe
everyone's
it's a year.
happy
Uh-huh.
because they won't really unify the belt to make it a belt.
Oh, thank you, Joseph Bosa in chat. Kane won it in 2011, 3 years ago.
Ah, there it is.
Yeah, well, he's not
And
gonna win
then cashed it in
2014.
the same night.
Well, he didn't win in 2014.
Yeah,
so
that's what Roman
All
was saying.
Yeah.
Look at the
I want
belt.
to go last for this one.
Okay.
So-
look how cute you look. Like,
Yeah, he got all.
I wanna go
You know
last.
why? Because he's gonna give us some convoluted, drawn out plot
Like,
twist.
Up, the AfterBuzz music's gonna turn on.
Exactly. I'll get
And
cut
then
off.
if the air is 78 degrees, then
Look, okay, I'll go first.
All
As
right.
much as I want my Booski to win, and I think he deserves to win, and I think he's just bomb daggles, Cesaro.
Bomb Daggles?
I think
that's completely new.
that Cena's gonna win.
Kaori says John Cena.
Yes.
She seems very happy about that.
No, I'm not. I want Cesaro to win. I want him to carry those things and me, but
Rome?
you know.
Man. This is the hardest match to predict.
It's hard.
I really want to say Bray Wyatt. It would be amazing if he won, but I don't know where they would go if he did win.
Who does he feud with? He
Yeah.
can't feud with Cena.
He can't feud with Cena.
When does Daniel
Obviously,
Bryan come back?
We know we're waiting on Daniel Bryan.
like you said.
Lesnar is gonna return.
Well, like you said, like the Wyatts don't really need a win to be elevated.
Yeah,
at this
they're
time.
already at the top.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I have to go with John Cena. Still.
Yeah.
Both of you going with Cena.
I really want to go with Bray, but I don't think this is how Bray will win his first title because he doesn't need it yet.
All right. Here's my crazy thought. And I know I'm going to be wrong, but I'm going with this one anyway.
Okay, go.
No, it's not going to be too long. You kind of touched on it. The story is not who's winning this title. It's who's going to face Lesnar at SummerSlam.
Mm-hmm.
Because he has to be involved in the title match. That poster leaked. And I think that hurts Cena's chances. Because now they want to change it.
Yeah, of course it does.
Who is the guy that has been referenced the most over the last few months when talking about Brock Lesnar? Anyone?
Cesaro? Are you really calling Cesaro versus
Cesaro
Lesnar?
is outsmarting Paul
smile.
Heyman.
Look at my smile.
Cesaro is outsmarting Paul Heyman, helping him guide him to the title. Turning on Heyman. Heyman seeks Brock Lesnar on him at SummerSlam. Cesaro is winning the title.
I love you for doing that.
I'm going to be so wrong,
If you are
but
right,
Cesaro is winning the title.
I like the conviction he has right now.
if you are right, I don't know. I'll do something for you. Kosher.
Chat roll.
Be careful. Be careful.
Yeah, if Cesaro wins, you're choosing next week.
Of what?
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm like, what
Cookies?
the? Wait a minute. What the hell is he
I
choosing?
could go many, many, many ways with
I
that.
just said bring you cookies. That's all I said.
You'll be in here with a Wonder Woman outfit on. I'm telling you.
Okay.
That's the
You heard it.
That's the PG outfit
Yeah.
I'm thinking of right now.
Yeah. There's so many more places we can go.
Yeah.
Boys.
And now in the
Yes.
in the case of a tiebreaker like Rome, you and I, we only differed on the main. So if both of us are wrong in that one, how many ladders are going to be used in the two Money in the Bank
In the
matches
match.
combined?
When you
The
say
two matches.
used,
Oh, it's combined.
If people grab them and use them in some, whether
if
it's
they
as a
get
weapon
stepped
or climb,
on, climbed, picked up.
once the bell rings, a ladder. If someone grabs a ladder, it's being used.
I say 8.
Closest without going over.
6.
I'm going 11.
All right.
I'm thinking that first one is going to have a ton of ladders.
The
All
first
right.
one will.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, I give 4 to that one alone and just 2 to the main because those are big guys.
Oh, see, I'm thinking like 7 to the first one and 4 to the second.
That's a lot of damn ladders.
Yeah, well, you got RVD and Kofi,
It's not a TLC, you know, right? It's just a regular old.
but you still have RVD and Kofi.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah.
All right. So you said 6?
8.
Or you said 8. You said 6.
Yep.
Corey said 8.
I think
Rome
it's going to be
said
a lot
6.
of reusing of
I'm
the
going
same
up to
ladder.
11. And we'll see what was that?
I said it's going to be a lot of reusing of the same ladders.
True, but we'll see. I mean, there's always like that moment where all of a sudden there are 3 ladders in a ring at once
Yeah.
and everyone's climbing. I don't know. I'm going high on that one. So we'll see how it all goes. We'll see what the rest of our AfterBuzz wrestling hosts predict.
Is Daniel Bryan going to show up?
He's on the pre-show.
Pre-show.
They're doing an interview with him in the kickoff, which I like. There's no actual match in the kickoff. It's just going to be one-on-one interview with Dan O'Brien.
That's cool.
And I think that's cool. And that's going to make people want to tune in because obviously that's the fan favorite.
Yep.
And you're going to put him on the pre-show, so people are going to tune into the pre-show. I'm fine with that. So what will happen? We will talk about it on Sunday night at 9 o'clock Pacific time will be our Money in the Bank AfterBuzz. So you can tune into that. But, of course, in the meantime, Corey, how can people reach out to you?
You guys can follow me Instagram and Twitter at KAORIOUS. Please follow me. Yay.
As long as she doesn't speak that high.
That was weird.
Rome.
Okay. You can follow me at Rome the Ruler or at Corey's house.
Whoa!
Oh, secret's out.
Well, if Cesaro wins, that is changing. And you can follow me on Twitter at CRosieVOC. Hope you guys enjoy Money in the Bank this Sunday. I'm really looking forward to this, and I know we're all going to be looking forward to talking about it on Sunday. Thanks for tuning in this week for Kaori Takee and Romar. I'm your next predictions champion.
No, he's
Christian
not.
Rosenberg.
No, he's not.
See you later.
Nope.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
Mad dogging.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.
Thank you for watching AfterBuzz TV on YouTube. For more of your favorite after shows and interviews, subscribe to our channel here, and be sure to share your opinion on the episode in the comment section below here. We'd love to see what you guys are buzzing about. Thanks again. Buzz you later.